Only one WNBA game played last night between the Indiana Fever and the Connecticut Sun. So when one team is 10-1 and the other team is 3-10, it should not be a surprise to see the home team, the Sun, booked as a 10.5-point favorite, cover that spread and win by 17. But of course, there are larger picture ramifications from another large defeat for Indiana and what the future holds for the Fever only on the basketball floor. We can highlight Connecticut in just a moment. But last night, some interesting words for Indiana's head coach, Christie Sides, after the game was done, because a lot of her starters, including Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, did not play much, if at all, in the second half of a blowout at Mohegan Sun. Christie Sides said the effort just wasn't there on the defensive end of the floor, and quote, "You can't coach effort," end quote. But you are the coach, Christie, so maybe do something. JY, what was your reaction to the comments made by Christie Sides and another large defeat for Indiana last night against Connecticut?
Very simply put, when players or you don't think a team is ready to play, sometimes as a coach, use the thumb and look at yourself and look at the fact that, yes, you got jumped. You were down 11 points after the first quarter. So what can you do as a coach? You adjust. What'd you do? Lost by 9, second quarter. What'd you do in the third quarter? Lost by 4. They lost by 17, and it wasn't even that close. You're down 20 at the break. You've given up 55 points to a team that's 11th in pace in the WNBA. As a coach, you have to do a better job of getting your team prepared to play. And this is the second time. You know what, Ben? I'm sorry. This is the third time Christie Sides has opened up her mouth and said something that I wouldn't have done. Comments last night. The woke up the monster Caitlin Clark thing she said on, I think, Saturday morning after she didn't make the Olympic team. Right? And then the comments a couple weeks ago when she told the players, especially Caitlin Clark, don't talk to the referees. I'll handle it. Ben, I'm sorry. And it's hard for me as a coach to get after another coach. I just don't see this team being competitive, and that's coaching. You have to wonder with a team with Boston, with Clark, with Mitchell, with Smith. Those are 4 bona fide, really good players. And Caitlin Clark is struggling at times, and the other 3 are getting worse than last year. That's coaching. And I think there needs to be a talk of a change in Indiana.
And also, you take a look at, texting your head coach. Yeah, you're going to text some things that you probably don't think would get out there, but the head coach is like, yeah, just got a text from him. He said it woke a monster. Like, oh, here we go. So now you already have that as eyes on the Connecticut Sun. Go, oh, let's see what this monster has. 10 points, 2 assists, no rebounds, 2 3-point shots made, and they blew them off the court, which then takes me to take a look at Rookie of the Year, probably not up for grabs. It's Clark, heavy favorite here at a -850 price. Brink at a 9-1 price. Angel Reese at a 13-1 price. She's still going to be the runaway Rookie of the Year here, regardless of what happens the rest of the way, Coach, we could probably say.
Yeah, she's still going to win it because she's going to have the usage rate and the stats. I want one thing, people understand one thing really quick about Christie Sides that they don't know. Last year, her first year, was the first time Christie Sides had ever been a head coach at any level, high school, Division I, overseas, and now the WNBA. I don't think people understand the difference. And I had to do it a couple times from going from that second chair to the first chair. There's so many different things you got to think about. And I think the lady, honestly, is over her head. And you have Lynn Dunn, who is one of the best coaches in the history of the WNBA, that runs that franchise. Lynn, either sit her down and talk to her, take your behind, go to the bench and sit next to her, or get rid of her and start over. Because the last thing the WNBA needs for marketability is the best and most popular player in the league getting her doors blown off game in, game out.
And that has happened here, despite Caitlin Clark herself statistically off to historic starts once again. The fastest player in WNBA history ever to 200 points and 75 assists, doing so in her first 12 games. A triple header in the W tonight. I'll have some plays for it. JY, quickly here, anything you like?
Yeah, I like the Dream minus the points. Also, Sports plus 11, playing a lot better.
The Aces also need to wake up a little bit, too. They've dropped 2 in a row. JY, thank you. Hour 3 next.